Today's video, we're talking about SKAG, using SKAG on Google Ads, whether or not that can make you more money. Of course, the title already gives away, you'll make a ton more money with SKAG. Single keyword ad groups on Google Ads, which is very controversial if you ask other YouTubers, but I guarantee you, you will make 5 times more money, at least long term, maybe not so much short term, but long term, using SKAG on your Google search campaigns. I'm going to explain exactly why that is. And for anybody who disagrees with me, come to and leave a comment below, because I will invite you to my firm, show you these results I'm showing to you or explaining to you on today's video, how good of results we're getting with their clients using SKAG. And in fact, we have to guarantee results for our clients or we don't get paid when we initially start working with clients. So why the hell would I do something that doesn't work or work better than anything else if I need to get you twice as much results up front on your campaigns in order to even get paid? We do it for a reason. It's the best way to run a Google search campaign. Bar none, I don't care what anybody says. If the CEO of Google came here and tried to disagree with me, I would still call him a dumbass because he doesn't know what's going on. You want the real? This is the real, okay? That all said, I'm going to go into what this formula is to actually use SKAG the way that we're using it to get 5 times more results on your campaigns. And then with that, you have everything you need to make a ton more money with Google Ads. Like I said, there's a caveat to this where people get it twisted, is where they say that, SKAG doesn't work. Short term, it doesn't work as good as not using SKAG, using multiple keywords in a single ad group. But do you want 5 times more results long term, or do you want 3 times more results for the first 3 to 6 months? Obviously, we want, unless we need money right now or we're going to go bankrupt, of course, sure, don't use SKAG. But thinking too short-term in your business is not going to make you into a big company. You got to get out of that short-term thinking if you're going to make millions in your business off of advertising. Very rarely does the thing that makes the most money is the quickest, easiest thing to do. These other people are doing non-SKAG campaigns to save time. Don't listen to what they say about it working better. They're pulling the wool over your eyes so they could take more of your money and pocket it that you give them for an ad management fee. Bottom line, no BS. That's the true reason why they're doing it. Okay, so with that, I'll get into the content here. Lots of these YouTube ad strategists are trying to say SKAG, which stands for single keyword ad groups, not, people injecting, brown powder into their arms, which some people use that, think that's what SKAG is. Don't work anymore, but I'm here to tell you not to listen to them, okay? Because there's so much bullshit in this ad management space. 90% of the ad managers in this ad management space, Google ad management, online advertising management, are bullshit. They don't know what they're doing, and all they're doing with their business model is taking your money, keeping 90% of it for themselves. In 6 months, they know you're going to know it doesn't work. You're going to quit, but they got 90% of your money before you found out it didn't work, and use part of the 90% to find the next sucker. Don't be the sucker, okay? They do it because, I could set up a campaign that are not using SKAG in legitimately an hour. And if I was charging $300 a month to my clients, it'd be profitable to do that. But you're not going to get the 5 times results you're going to get doing it the right way, the way that I'm explaining here that gets you the maximum results out of your campaigns. So we charge more. Some people say, well, why the hell do you charge so much more than everybody else? I want good results and I want it to be cheap. As most people in business will say, you get it cheap, you get it good, you get it fast, right? And you usually only get 2 of the 3. Which one are you going to sacrifice? Good discount PPC services are a joke. They don't make you the most money. So and this all comes down to one fundamental principle that applies to many things when you're doing your Google ads. What helps the user, okay, helps your wallet. In business, that's the general principle that applies anyway. Of course, you can run a scam and you can make money, short-term money. Or you could make a lot more money if you put up something that legitimately helps society, because you'll get word-of-mouth advertising at a certain point. You'll make money quicker with the scam. But in general, to make money, the more you make, the more you help users, the more you can make. As it comes to Google Ads has set up the system to where the more you help the user find what they want off of the search queries that you're advertising on, the more they're going to make your company in terms of those ads. The more placements they're going to get you, a higher percentage of the time you're going to show up, the higher percentage of the better quality, most likely to convert prospects you're going to show up for, and that's just how it is. And furthermore, there's 4 ads at the top of Google. There's usually in competitive markets 10 people cycled in and out of those 4 spots. Whether you're going to be there most of the time, and more importantly, for the times that matter the most, the ones that Google knows statistically that person's most likely to turn into a customer, because they track that person way before they even made the search. Whether they give that to you or somebody else, it mostly is dictated by how good you are at 2 things: the click-through rate of your ad compared to your competition, and your conversion rate on the traffic that you get from your Google ads compared to the competition. So if you can't get a high click-through rate and a high conversion rate without being more relevant and useful to Google's searchers than your competition. So if you cut out all the bullshit, how can I be more useful so that when my ad shows up for people that are searching for my service or product, does my ad stand out as the most easiest thing to decide to click on? And when they get to my site, how do I get them to make it so that they know my product is right for them in as easy a manner as possible, so that the users helped? Because when the users help, Google will pick up on that and help you get the lion's share of the traffic and the profit. 90% of people who run Google ads basically make little to nothing. They just don't know it. They don't track, so they don't know it. That's 2/3 of people don't even track the results properly. I know, because I look at accounts all day long. And the people that do track the results, they don't understand what a lead's supposed to be worth in terms of lifetime value. So basically, Google gets by with all these people that you see advertising. You think they're making money, they're not. There's 10-20% making most of the money. Google favors them the most. So if you want to make money, you got to be in that top 10-20%. So a lot of people that kind of break even, and then there's a bunch more that don't make any money at all in terms of the ROI. So focus on helping the user. Being in that top 10-20% in your market of people advertising on Google Ads, you're going to be the one that makes most of the money, makes a lot of money. The way that you do that is being more useful in terms of that ad being useful for the user, more useful than the other ads that show for every keyword that you're targeting. The best way you do that is through these SKAG ads, which is why these people that say SKAG is not the best way to run ads on Google anymore are freaking idiots. Because there's nothing more useful to the user than an ad that laser targets and personally caters to the user who's making a very specific search, and not just trying to use a blanket approach with your ads. And what people get that search for a variety of different things, they all see the same message. This should be obvious. That's why I say this is more than people just being ignorant that are saying SKAG doesn't work. It's a nefarious level of advice that serves them make more money in their ad agency by doing less work. Anyway, with SKAG also, by the way, you not only just have a better ad that gets a click-through at a higher rate, of course, you also get to custom figure out what's the best page on your site to send people to for that exact keyword, or a variation of the landing page, which also goes into getting you in front of the best traffic for that keyword that you're targeting, given that Google subsegments the traffic for each keyword and decides whose ad gets shown for that person that's most likely to buy based upon how well you're doing on the click-through rate and conversion rate of your performance of that keyword that you're trying to advertise on in the past. So with all that said, here's the exact model that I used to get SKAG to get 5 times more profit. I didn't even put anything about the landing page here, or I should. That's also very important. In short, if somebody searches for brown colored toilet paper, you want to have your ad say brown colored toilet paper, not we sell toilet paper. And you want to send them to a page on your site that says brown colored toilet paper on the very top of the page, so that even an idiot could understand that this is the right page for them and this is the right ad for them when they see it and they make that level of search. Because you've done that, you'll win. You'll be in that top 10% in your market automatically, because nobody does this stuff. I know nobody does this stuff. I looked at hundreds and hundreds of accounts. So I know, I love it personally, because I know I could come in and do this exact thing and crush everybody in any market I go into just by doing this one simple thing. That's not rocket science, but does take getting off your ass to be able to do. Okay, so with that said, here's the system itself. No more, beating around the bush here. First thing you're going to do is do a massive level of / exhaustive level of keyword research. So don't just target 5 or 10 keywords in your market. Find the 500 different ways people search for your product or service that apply, so that when you make your single keyword ad groups, your ad's super freaking laser targeted to that exact variation of the keyword. If you sell toilet paper and you find that people are searching for very smooth brown toilet paper, you want your damn ad to say very smooth brown toilet paper, and when you send them to the site, you want that to say, that's what it says first thing on the page. If it's an e-commerce site, you put into your search bar smooth brown toilet paper, so that it gives you a search results page that says that same thing at the top of the page, and you have that shows first for the user right when they get to your site. You want to do this. That's what you want to do, but you got to be able to find all the variations of the way that people are searching. If you've got ads that have been running already, you just go to your search terms report, it's all there. If you aren't running ads, you go to SpyFu, Google Keyword Tool, find all the keywords, then take all the words within the keywords and do a mix and match. So if you find brown toilet paper for sale and red toilet paper companies, you find those 2 keywords, we'll take those 2 keywords and swap for sale, take the word for sale that you found on one keyword, try putting it on the next keyword that doesn't have for sale, and see if that keyword is able to be bid on and via Google Ads. So I call it finding all the permutations of all the keywords. So in other words, certain keywords will give you ideas to find other keywords based upon the single word additions to certain keywords. So for sale, best, prices, that kind of thing. So when you find those, you take that and put it on the end of other keywords to find other variations of the keywords you should be targeting individually. And then with that, when you've done that, you won't find 500 variations of your keywords, you'll find 5,000. But you can't bid on all of them, nor should you. You make a dummy campaign just for figuring out which of the 5,000 keywords get searched enough that Google will let you bid on it, so it doesn't say low search volume, you can't run on this keyword. And then you'll find of the 5,000, 500 keywords that do get searched enough that you can bid on them, and then you write and make your custom ad for each one of those. You build your campaign out using the right structure, meaning the first headline, you're going to pin the first headline, and the first headline is going to have the keyword that you're targeting for that ad group. If the keyword is like, basically brown toilet paper near me, you don't put brown toilet paper near me in the ad. You tweak it, which is why you don't want to use dynamic headline insertion, because it's not the best way to get a click-through on that ad. You put brown toilet paper near you, so that it's clear that a robot didn't do this, because as soon as the person sees a robot is made that headline, they're not going to click on it. You've defeated the whole purpose of what you're doing. So you handwrite, not computer, but handwrite each headline and pin that headline at the top of the ad, and then you hand pick a page on your site to take them to. Make a landing page, then make a landing page for each keyword so that the headline can always say the keyword. That's how you're going to max out and get 5 times more results for those same exact opportunities on Google. And when you write the ad, use the AIDA model. So the first headline, I told you the formula for that. Furthermore, the second headline, if you're selling if the keyword is brown toilet paper, it should say brown toilet paper in the first headline, and then buy brown toilet paper, only $19.95. So if you can, work the keyword or a variation of that keyword into the second headline again, because that'll give you a bit more of a boost. Then from there, you're going to say, ships immediately, buy now. Why do I use this general kind of formula? And I could go into detail more on this ad writing strategy that I use, but I'm not because I don't have enough time. But it works off this AIDA model of ad copywriting. Look into the AIDA model. You got attention, interest, desire, action. Attention, because you have the keyword in the first headline, you got their attention. Once you got their attention, you have to get their interest. You said you've got what they came for, and it's only XYZ price. They got their interest now. Now to get their desire to do something, you say that it can ship in 2 days, and then action is buy now. So that's the formula I always use on our ads, and that's how you're going to build your campaign out right there. Now, you may be already cussing at your screen saying, Corey, they don't let you target single keywords anymore because Google's even the exact match keyword target more than one term. That's correct. However, you can add a negative keyword siloing technique to each one of your ad groups. So if you're targeting Big Red Barn and Red Barn, then your ad group for Big Red Barn, you add the word red as a negative keyword at the ad group level, so that if somebody searches for Big Red Barn, the ad for Big Red Barn itself shows up, not for red. So if it was, I got mixed up here. Big Red Barn and Big Barn, if those were the two keywords, you make sure the keyword, the word red is added to the ad group that doesn't have the word red in the keyword. So that if they're searching for Big Red Barn, then only the ad group that has the keyword Big Red Barn will show. Because otherwise, if you don't have that negative keyword red in the ad group that targets the keyword red barn or Big Barn, if you will, then the ad that you don't want to show will show. So sorry if this is confusing. So if these are two keywords, Big Red Barn, Big Barn, you're going to have the word red added as a negative keyword to this particular ad group that has Big Barn as its only keyword inside that particular ad group. So that if they're searching for Big Red Barn, the ad for Big Barn doesn't show up. Because the ad for Big Barn ad group doesn't have the word red in it, which means you're not going to get the same click-through on your ad as if the ad which said Big Red Barn showed up, if you get my point. So that's what you do across the board on all your ad groups, so that at least it won't be perfect, but you'll get the highest percentage of the right ad showing for the right search, okay? But then what happens is, this is why people argue with me why SKAG doesn't work anymore. You add the negative keywords so that the right ad shows. The ads are not going to show perfectly for the right keywords across the board, but because the click-through rate is better when the right ad shows, Google's algorithm through trial and error is going to figure out that it shouldn't show the ad for Big Barn. It should show the ad for Big Red Barn when someone searches for Big Red Barn, because it gets a higher click-through rate and it gets a higher conversion rate on the page that they send the user to. Because the algorithm's constantly just trying to find the highest click-through rate ad to show and the highest conversion rate page to take people to from that ad. And even though it's not showing the right ad in the beginning, it eventually will, because it's just ultimately seeking to show the ad that you have out of all the available ads that they think they can show that gets the highest click-through rate. So that's why I put here, part of getting this 5x increase in profit from your search ads is just time. Waiting, once you've set all this up, 6 to 12 months to see everything fully work like it's supposed to. And so, like I said before, people say SKAG doesn't work because they'll get better results without using SKAG, and that's true, short term. Short term, you'll get quicker, better, faster results not using SKAG. But once the algorithm finds out how well my ad works, once they find the proper ad that they were supposed to show for each keyword but didn't at the beginning, it'll fucking pound your ads because it'll do so much better click-through rate wise and conversion rate wise once they do get a group and find out that this keyword here, that people search are supposed to see this exact ad. It'll crush everybody else's click-through rate and conversion rate, and will only want to show your ad as much as they can for that keyword in the future. And then they do that for each of your keywords. Now you've got something that they want to show more than anybody else in your market, period. And that's why you're going to make 5 times more profit here. Not only are you going to make more money because your click-through rate is going to be 2 to 3 times higher than everybody else's click-through rate. We're average click-through rate being 3 to 4%. We're routinely getting 7 to 15% click-through rates on our ad using this model. That's going to get you physically 2 to 3 times more market share from the keywords that are profitable in your market than you had before. On top of that, because you got 2 to 3 times higher click-through rates, the clicks are going to be 60% or so cheaper than they were before, because you have higher click-through rates, because how much you pay is dictated by your click-through rate and your conversion rate, as I talked about before. So when you combine the fact you're going to get 3 times more clicks from the clicks that are already profitable, and you're going to pay 60% less for those clicks, roughly thereof, that's where your 5 times more profit from your search ads is going to come from, doing it this way versus what all the other asshats out there are saying to do and not use the SKAG model anymore. So that's basically how you get to the end result of making 5 times more profit from your ads once you've implemented this type of SKAG advertising. Yes, it's a bunch of work. Do you want to be able... Business is a lot of work. You can either make a better product to somebody else, or you can have a product that's as good as somebody else's or service, and you can outmarket them. One way or another, you're going to have to put some work in. Just showing up anymore it's not good enough, particularly if you're going to try to get customers off of Google Ads. So where do you want to spend your time to do better? The product or service site itself and the reviews you'll get thereof, or the marketing? For me, I could easily tell you the marketing is the way to go, because this is all formulaic. You don't have to invent a better product. You just use this model because nobody else is using it. It automatically works every freaking time, which is why I put every freaking time. Of course, there might be somebody in your market doing it. Like if I was in your market, of course you have competition now, but at least you're still in the top 20%. And you're probably still going to make good money anyway. Well, in fact, you are going to make good money, because you really only have to get in the top 10 or 20% of the click-through rate and the conversion rate in your market to be able to make good money. So, practically speaking, Everytime is right. So, that's pretty much everything I could tell you about this SKAG, how and why it makes 5 times more money for your business. You're going to have to do the keyword research and handwriting the ads. Don't use software to make your ads. And furthermore, by the way, don't use dynamic keyword insertion on your landing pages either, because of the same reason I said before. Because when the user types in dog collars near me, and your landing page says dog collars near me, it's obvious that page was automatically rendered for the user. They're not automatically going to think this is the right page for me anymore. Or it's going to seem that they're going to be now instantly skeptical of everything else on the page they see, and they're going to be more likely to leave, which means you're going to make less money, which means you shouldn't have did that. So take some time to put a custom page together for each keyword. A lot of time. But the beauty is, once this is set up, finally got it done, you make millions of dollars over the next 10 years using it. So why not just invest the few K to get it set up right with a team of people or assistants or whatever, and then milk them. Obviously, if I said pay me $5 grand today, I'll make you 10 grand or $10 million over the next 10 years, you would do it. The only question is, people tell themselves, well, all this work doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I should just do it. I should just be able to do it however, and it should just work. Reality is, the consumer decides. Google rewards the person who helps their users, because they want users to get a good experience, so they click on ads in the future. And they're brutal about making it so expensive for the people who don't help their users well, or at least at the minimum standard other people in your market already are, price you out of the market by charging you so much per click you can't make money, and so you just go someplace else. So whereas they don't officially kick you out, they basically make it unprofitable for you. And it is what it is. Are you going to make the millions, or are you going to make nothing? That really is up to you. It's not a matter of if you can do it or how to do it. Will you do it? So, and respectively, like I said, you could make a video showing how to, send somebody this video, get somebody to set it up for you, and you don't even have to do it yourself anyway. Or you could just reach out to my firm, and I do this every single time for every campaign that I build. So you could also do that, but that's the way that you make a ton of money with search ads. If it's possible to make money in your market, and you'll know it's possible because there's other people already advertising on the keywords you think that you want to advertise on, at least some, because that means there's something there. They may not be able to making a lot of money, but there's probably something there. If there's multiple people advertising on those keywords already, you'll be able to make money using this system because it's already tried. Their market's already tried and tested, if you will. Now you just got to be able to outdo them, and you'll be able to make the money, and they won't, essentially. I'll wrap it up with that, though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I have a ton of other content on this channel about how to make money with ads. This is just the start of it. If you want to make millions of dollars in your business running online ads for your company on Google, Facebook, and so forth, subscribe to this channel because you'll be able to get all the information straight from the source. All I do at my agency is just work on ad strategy for a few dozen clients at any given time, and giving you the stuff that works is what I do on this channel, as well as the stuff that doesn't work. So you should subscribe because you're getting it straight from the source, and or not getting it from just some YouTuber who makes money off of YouTube. So, and with that said, if you like my channel and my content here, I also got a blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog, where you can also find written content from myself, as well as on my column at entrepreneur.com if you're interested in following my work there. If you like the channel, you'll like my written content there as well. If you are looking for an ad manager, one that can actually get results, not one that can tell you they can get results and not deliver, reach out to my firm. I'd be happy to give you an assessment on what you're doing. We don't work with just any client, but if you have something that's really good that looks like it just needs the proper advertising at this point, I'd love to be able to work with you, and I can estimate how much sales results we can get on your stuff before you even pay anything to our firm. So reach out to me at guaranteeppc.com. I'll be happy to look over your stuff. Furthermore, if you aren't looking for an ad manager, but you just want to shortcut results in your space, if I've already worked in your market already and gotten the results you're looking for, why not just use some of our ad templates that we're selling for your industry? So I've worked in over 100 markets. If we've worked in your market, we can literally give you campaigns that you can copy, paste into your ad accounts, including landing pages if we have them or used them in that market. And you can know what results you would get. You would know what results you would get before you even started using those templates. So if you were curious to know if we've worked in your market, let me know. But if we've worked in your market for a few years, there's no way you're going to get the results for cheaper than what we would charge for those templates. I can tell you that for a fact up front. So it's worth it reaching out and see if we've got templates that work in your market already. I didn't mention it before, but if you have any questions about this or anything I talked about or anything else related to ads, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel within a couple days. I answer any PPC related questions as a way to just give back to the viewers of my channel. But I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.